And I've been saying for 2 or 3 years now that in crypto, a lot of the projects you see going on here are going to go to zero. But there are Amazon.coms in there somewhere, right? Things, the major protocol layers, the significant network technologies, those are going to make it out here stronger than ever 2 years from now. But things are going to get shaken out now. The scams, the charlatans, the easy money guys, those people are going to get shaken out in the next 6 months, and you're starting to see that now.
Smart economies is autonomous supply chains. Smart contracts running the world with a lot of autonomous vehicles, drones, self-driving trucks, machines that make machines, gigafactories and so forth. These are at the heart of smart economies. Now, when you have that level of automation, guess what? You need to automate it all. The legal side, the regulatory side, the monetary side, it's all black box function of the economy, essentially. You must have smart contracts or you won't compete. You must have electronic or digital money tied to those smart contracts, whether it's a CBDC or a crypto or a token or a stable coin. That's going to be largely immaterial because the black box will basically figure that out. But every leading economy in the world will be based on this type of core intelligent design. Why? Because it comes down to efficient resource allocation.
After thousands of years, during which humans were the rulers of the world, authority and power will shift away from humans to computers, and most humans will become economically useless and politically powerless. Already today, we are beginning to see the creation of a new class of humans, the useless class.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we know the Cryptoteacher told you what was going to happen a long time ago. He even wrote about it. I have a lot of videos that should have went viral. Millions should have been watching it. But guys, we see the Fed shrinking the liquidity, and we're watching the effects. We're seeing BlackRock's Aladdin go to work. Stocks, cryptos, 401ks are taking a beating. And I know a lot of you are asking, what should you do? I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But most economists, most financial advisors are going to tell you that stocks are going to make a comeback. If you look at history, they always make a comeback. But guys, this is different. We always say it's nothing new under the sun, but this time this is new. This time the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over the economy and put the sheep in the metaverse. We've never been through anything like this. We have Amazon buying up land like crazy. Just stated they're going to be launching their drone delivery business at the end of the year. So guys, what are you going to do? You're going to plan for the fourth industrial revolution. We know the fourth industrial revolution stocks and cryptos are going to rise. But those who've been with me from the beginning, those who read my book, what are we going to be doing this summer? That's right, we're going to be in the lab. Where everybody's out taking trips, having fun, we're going to be in the lab. Because we know, when it comes to the NWO, they're going to plan out a great distraction that's going to bring America to Babylon to its knees and give the rise to China the dragon and the digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you, and he wrote about it a long time ago. And he has a new book coming out that's going to put you on the edge of your seat. Also, guys, I'm going to be revamping the stock channel to get everyone prepared. It's not going to be about anything conscious. It's going to be clearly about the dollars and understanding what's going on in the fourth industrial revolution. Guys, we have to get re-educated. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Jim, are you concerned that the VIX indicates that people just, there's not enough fear at this point?
Well, I think that there's going to be a lot of fear when we realize that the crypto situation is, this is Crypto Monday. I think people are just frantically trying to get out of their crypto, and I don't know. It's happening very quickly. It's really happening quickly. Wow.
Does that change your view, though, Jim, on crypto, either as a buying opportunity or selling?
Well, I think a lot of places are trying to figure out how exposed they are. And I think that this is kind of day one of the reckoning. So I think, Andrew, I think that people are going to freak out. I mean, look, there's a lot of schadenfreude saying, you know what, I got out. But then there are a lot of people who've come on air who have just proselytized, and they feel like the rainmaker.
Something else on cryptocurrency here. The CEO of Binance just tweeting that there is a temporary pause of Bitcoin withdrawals on Binance because of a stuck transaction causing a backlog. He said,
Crypto crashing, Bitcoin tumbling below $24,000. It is again. It's like 23,900 now. That's down more than 23% in the last week. More than $200 billion were wiped out of the crypto market over the weekend. Bitcoin's now down more than 60% since its record high hit last November. It's worse even for Ethereum. It's down, which supposedly is used for functionally in a lot of things. Yep. That's not helping. It's down more than 30% in the last week and down 70% from its all-time high. And the Mooch will be on later. We'll see what his take on all of this is. This story, I don't know how many of these we'll eventually see. This is what happens as the tide goes out, right? Overnight lender.
It's a fascinating story.
Celsius.
And this is, I think, has to have led to some.
What if Coinbase? I mean, there's no reason to think Coinbase would ever say that, but crypto lender Celsius announced it's pausing all withdrawals. The controversial lending program cited extreme market conditions in its decision. The firm has seen the value of its assets drop by more than half since October, and it has its own token called Cell has erased 97% of its value in the same time frame. But there's stress in the system that you would have to think.
And I want to get your thoughts on a morning like this. It kind of feels like we are, I don't know if we're doing a full round trip, but we're getting close.
Oh, well, a full round trip on crypto or the overall market? I mean, I think both are in question right now because, as you and I both know, interest rates going up, 1 to 2% rise in interest rates easily take 10 to 15% out of the market, Andrew. So everything's being impacted. But watching you guys this morning, it makes me think of March of 2000. Unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember that, where internet stocks were cratering. Many of the Web 1 stories went to zero. And then, of course, there were a few gems, things like Amazon, that went on to do very well. And I am encouraged by the fact that Bitcoin is above 50% of the overall crypto market cap right now, which is, again, another sign that there's a flight to quality there. Now, of course, Celsius is putting pressure on it the same way that the Luna Terra situation put pressure on it about 6 weeks ago. So we're in a bloodbath. This is my 8th bear market. I expect to survive this one as well. But I think it's just caution people to stay unlevered, but keep to your long-term investment discipline. Everybody has a long-term perspective until they have short-term losses, Andrew. Right. And then they start to set their hair on fire and run around in a circle. I would recommend people just stay disciplined. And like Joe, don't look at your 401k statement.
But Anthony, does staying disciplined mean buying on a day like today? Are you out there? I mean, you have been bullish on Bitcoin. If you're a true stacker, is this the time to stack?
Listen, I certainly think so. And with incremental cash that comes into our funds, we have bought more Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have a private stake in FTX. FTX is doing very well. It's gaining market share. And is a profitable company. So, yes, I mean, the truth be told, people will look back on this debacle and say, I wish I had fresh cash to buy into that. Could it leg down some more? Certainly. We all know that whatever you think cannot happen on Wall Street likely does happen. And so we're ready for every scenario. But
most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.